booking Airbnbs in Ukraine with no plans of staying there. The initiative, which gained popularity on social media, is a way to get money to Ukrainians impacted by the war. More than 61,000 nights were booked in just 48 hours, raising almost $2 million for hosts in Ukraine.
2 Harvard University students are doing their part to help Ukrainian refugees find homes around the world. They have launched this website, UkraineTakeShelter.com. It's designed to help refugees find hosts with spare rooms, condos and dormitories.
Wow, people, that is heartwarming, huh? These 2 students are helping thousands of Ukrainian refugees find places to stay. That's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, we should keep in mind, though, that the website was built by Harvard students in their dorm room. So a few years from now, it'll probably lead to an attempted coup. But for now, it's all good times. And I also love that people are renting Airbnbs in Ukraine, but not staying there. They're just doing it to send money to Ukrainians who are in need. That's one of the coolest initiatives I've ever seen. Although I hope everyone understands that this is just a donation, okay? Because you know there's going to be one guy who actually shows up, just being like, really disappointed, Wi-Fi was spotty, and sound of missiles exploding kept me up all night. 2 stars. And it turns out Americans aren't just helping refugees and ordinary civilians. No, they're also directly contributing to the war efforts.
A company in Wisconsin is donating 1 million rounds of ammunition to Ukrainian forces. The company's close ties with the U.S. military makes workers confident the ammunition will get to where it is needed most.
A growing number of police agencies across the U.S. are jumping in to support Ukrainians with combat supplies.
This box full of gear used to be for law enforcement in Colorado. Soon, it will be sent to protect people a world away.
The Cincinnati Police Department is pitching in to help Ukraine defend itself against Russia. It is sending 950 ballistic helmets to people fighting to defend their country.
One New York County executive is organizing a collection drive for guns, asking gun owners to donate their weapons for the cause.
We could get 1 million guns to the people of the Ukraine. The Ukrainian people want to protect themselves. So let's give them the resources to do that.
Now that's what I'm talking about. America's police forces are sending their military-grade hardware to help Ukrainians fight a war in Russia. That's dope. And if you're asking, wait, why do our police have things that you can use in a war? You're not asking the right questions. The question you should be asking is, at what point does America realize it has too many guns? Because you realize that guy just said, we can get 1 million guns and we can send them to. That's when you know your country has too many weapons, is when another country needs weapons and everyday people in America are like, yeah, we can give them the spare Glock in the guest room, honey. But I guess this is just a beautiful example of how an ecosystem can balance itself. You know, one country's problems can be another country's solution. America has too many guns and an over-militarized police force, send it over to Ukraine. Hell, throw in some mass shooters too. Go get them, Tyler. Hakuna Matata. But look, whether or not it says something terrifying about the states of America, it is still a nice gesture for Americans to be donating their own weapons and their gear to Ukraine. Still, for some Americans, sending guns just isn't good enough. No, they're also volunteering to be the ones shooting them.
Ukraine's government has actively recruited foreigners to join the fight. Over 20,000 have reportedly expressed interest, and many Americans are showing up daily. Harrison Josephowitz is 25 and was a Chicago police officer. Harrison spent 5 years in the U.S. Army and did a tour in Afghanistan. You just quit your job and got on a plane?
Pretty much.
Why?
It's the right thing to do.
Dennis Diaz is a former Marine. When he watched Russian tanks pulling into southern Ukraine, his gut said he had to do something.
As Americans, we take on the big bullies, and right now, Russia is the big bully.
Their resumes range from combat experience to no military training at all.
I worked at a place called Taco Bell. It's a fast food restaurant in the U.S. I did something similar when I was 19. I went to Iraq to join up with the Yeveshe. I saw everything that was happening here. I just decided to take that money, buy the plane ticket, and come out here.
Yeah, you heard that right. This guy left his job at Taco Bell to go and fight the Russians. I'll tell you now, he's got way more balls than me. I also think he's got the perfect experience for war. If you've worked at a drive-thru, you've already seen the worst of humanity. You've also probably gained a lot of hand-to-hand combat training. Shit, have you seen what people do at 3 a.m.?